Alhamdulillah. Ikhwati fillah, all praise to be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most gracious, the most merciful. We are talking about a great hadith today. And this hadith is the hadith of Shu'ab al-Iman, the parts of Iman. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, Al-Imanu bid'un wa sab'una shu'bah. Iman is 70 something parts. And the most important, number one is La ilaha illallah. Kalimatu La ilaha illallah. None is worthy to be worshipped except Allah. And the last is Imatatul Adha Anit Tariq, is removing any harm from the road, from the path. So ikhwati fillah, this hadith was translated or was also explained, and its commentary is in books like Al-Bayhaqi in Shu'ab al-Iman, Al-Imam Al-Hafidh ibn Hajar fi Fath al-Bari, and other books. We are not here to see each and every part of Al-Iman, but we're here to understand how this hadith is very comprehensive, how it's wide, how it tells us about Islam. Prophet Muhammad says, Al-Imanu bid'un wa sab'una shu'bah. So from the day you accepted Islam, from the day you accepted that there is none to be worshipped, there is none worthy to be worshipped, min la ilaha illallah, to that while you are walking, what you see on the road, that small paper, that small harm that you remove from the road, that is also al-Iman. So the hadith means that all your life is rotated in Iman. That whatever you're doing, if your intention is clear, if your intention is for Allah, then whatever you're doing, you will get a reward for it. So the comprehensiveness of Iman, the wideness of Iman, that Iman is wider than the walls of this masjid. That Iman is not just entering the masjid and praying Jum'ah and going out, that I am a Muslim. But being a Muslim is being in the masjid a Muslim, and being a Muslim at your workplace, being a Muslim at the hospital, being a Muslim at home, being a Muslim at your ceremony, being a Muslim at your burial. So that is al-Iman. That is faith. Wherever you are, that you are for Islam. قُلْ إِنَّ الصَّلَاةِ وَنُسُكِي وَمَحْيَايَ وَمَمَاتِي لِلَّهِ رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ. My prayers, my sacrifice, my life, my death is for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is the comprehensiveness of Islam. That is Islam which will elevate us. That is the reforming of the ummah, the revival of the ummah. When we understand that Islam is wider than the four walls of the masjid. Islam is wider than preaching. We don't have men of God in Islam. Men of God, people who are only serving God. But you are serving God also where you are. You are serving Allah at your home when you teach your young kid Surah Al-Fatiha. You are serving Allah when you wake up in the morning and you go for Salat Al-Fajr. You are serving Allah when you are kind to other human beings. You are serving Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when you are truthful and trustworthy in all your dealings. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, أَحَبُّ النَّاسِ إِلَى اللَّهِ أَنْفَعُهُمْ لِلْخَلْقِ. That the most beneficial or the most beloved people to Allah are the most beneficial to who? Not to mankind only, to the creations of Allah, to the animals, to our environment, to our climate. We don't see Muslims talking about climate change today. But Islam tells us that this is your world. هُوَ الَّذِي خَلَقَ لَكُم مَا فِي الْأَرْضِ جَمِيعًا. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created for you this world. Whatever in this world is yours, that make use of it. Keep your environment clean. Look about your climate, your environment, your people, your humanity. هذا هو الإسلام. We find Islam in whatever we are doing. And that comes after we understand La ilaha illallah. We understand that our belief is in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We only fear Allah, we don't fear anyone else. We stand for justice. We talk about the truth. When people are being killed and bombarded in Palestine, in Lebanon, in Syria, 44,000 people are killed in cold blood. We stand up for justice. وهذا هو الجهاد. And that we shall stand for jihad. We stand as Muslims because we are one as Muslims. But we will stand, and we will stand against oppression, against aggression. We will not keep quiet because we understood what is La ilaha illallah. هذا هو لا إله إلا الله. Between La ilaha illallah and removing harm from the path while you're walking to your home, between that is al-Islam. Let's be Muslims in our environment. Ikhwati fillah. And that is from our hearts. As Prophet Muhammad sallam said in the end of the hadith, وَالْحَيَاءُ شُعْبَةٌ مِّنَ الْإِيمَانِ. Shyness, modesty, haya is a part of Iman. If you're not modest, then you can do everything. If the sister in the masjid, she only wears hijab on Fridays, and other days she wears what she wants, then that is not Islam. Islam is out of the masjid. Islam is the hijab is not only in the masjid, that when you're standing in front of Allah. The hijab is at your workplace. The hijab is at your ceremonies. The hijab is everywhere. When we are outside this masjid, that is when our Iman is tested. That is when our Islam is tested. Ikhwati fillah, let's learn more. We are in Jum'ah, time is limited. But let's learn more about our religion. Al-ilmu wal-amal. When you seek knowledge, you understand how to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. إِنَّمَا يَخْشَى اللَّهَ مِنْ عِبَادِهِ الْعُلَمَاء. Those who are mindful of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala are those who understand Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who read the Quran, who comprehend, who sit down and learn their religion. Al-ilmu wal-amalu. If we have those two, then فَقَدْ اسْتَكْمَلْنَا شُعَبَ الْإِيمَانِ. Then we will understand that we are striving for the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in every aspect of life. هذا وقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على نبينا محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. وارض اللهم عن الخلفاء الراشدين أبي بكر وعمر وعثمان وعلي وعن سائر أصحاب رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين وأذل الشرك والمشركين ودمر أعداءك أعداء الدين. اللهم انصر إخواننا المستضعفين في كل مكان. اللهم انصر إخواننا المستضعفين في كل مكان. اللهم انصر إخواننا المتضررين في فلسطين. اللهم انصر إخواننا المتضررين في لبنان وفي سوريا. اللهم احقن دماء المسلمين في السودان. اللهم احقن دماء المسلمين في السودان. اللهم أنزل عليهم الأمن والأمان وفي اليمن وفي الصومال وفي غير بلاد المسلمين يا رب العالمين. اللهم ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. اللهم أحبب إلينا الإيمان وزينه في قلوبنا وكره إلينا الكفر والفسوق والعصيان وجعلنا من الراشدين. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وأرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. وقنا الصلاة.